take a look at the video which is included in the article to which I have given a link in the description box below, and you will see that Russian state TV propagandists just openly threatened to conduct nuclear strikes on the continental US. I don't quite know what to say. I kind of struggle to miss how people could miss this, miss something of that gravity in all the news that's flying around these days. I mean, I know it's the information age and we're all overloaded with data and information, but it's pretty significant. Can you imagine that we wouldn't hear about it if people on our mainstream TV were openly threatening to nuke Russian cities, talking about realistic plans to do it? We're getting closer. The West is on the abyss. We're on the precipice of utter catastrophe. And the thumbnail image that I have used for this video is from a battle that occurred on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. It was called the Battle of Nuanupali, and this was led by Chief Kamehameha from the Big Island, and this was a war which actually united the Hawaiian Islands. So this is a very significant historical event in the Polynesian history of Hawaii before the Hawaiian Islands were later taken over by the United States. And yeah, they defeated this chief with his war party and with his army, basically defeated the forces of the tribes on Oahu and at the end of the battle, it was pretty dramatic. I mean, they had them up on these cliffs, and a lot of these people threw themselves off these extremely tall cliffs to their deaths rather than be captured by their enemies or enslaved by them. Extremely dramatic, and people who have visited that site have said you can't fail to be moved by the energy of the place and knowing what happened there. Well, it's interesting to know. I haven't done a video about it yet, but one of the most vivid prophetic dreams from God about World War III I received was of Oahu getting nuked by one of these Asian countries. I don't know if it was China or North Korea, but the nuke was enormous. It was over 50 megatons. And other people have seen exactly the same thing. I've seen it 2 other dreams, prophetic dreams online, where people saw Oahu getting nuked. So I mean, it's not a bad analogy, especially given the Hawaiian nuke element. I mean, we really are on the precipice of utter catastrophe at that level, just being, massacred and driven off cliffs in a catastrophic defeat. That's going to be just as, if not more dramatic than what you see in that painting. I'll put the link to that image online so you can zoom in and see a bit more of the detail of the painting. It's actually a really good painting. I first saw that in an issue of National Geographic from, I think, the early or mid-90s. It was back when I was a kid. Anyway, the point is, a defeat of that magnitude, drama, and finality is swiftly approaching, and most people seem to kind of be sleepwalking into it. I don't know what to tell you guys. If they're openly threatening to nuke the mainland continental lower 48 states of the United States, I mean, forget about prophetic dreams for a second. It's pretty clear that we're moving into a danger zone. In any case, I believe this is just more evidence in terms of current events and the way things are progressing there, that we are moving closer to the time of the fulfillment of these prophecies. And I honestly hope I'm wrong, and I hope we're all wrong. But my gut says we're not. on the topic of indigenous peoples from American states, I forget what tribe it was. I think it might be the Iroquois. I'll put a link in the description box below if I can find the specific tribe to which this idiom, piece of wisdom, proverb is attributed, but it's one of my favorite pieces of wisdom that I've ever come across, and it says, listen to the whispers and you won't have to hear the screams. Well, the whispers are getting louder and there's plenty of them. You don't just need prophetic dreams to tell you that this is coming. They're actually giving us many, many warnings. So many warnings, in fact, that a lot of people aren't taking them seriously. I think it's really just hubris, arrogance, and ignorance that's the main reason the Western countries aren't taking these warnings more seriously. But they are serious, and Putin isn't bluffing. And I'll put a link in the description box below to a video where he says that. He talks about the potential of using nuclear weapons. He says, I'm not bluffing. God has shown me and many others. He's not bluffing. They're not bluffing. This is it. This is the most dangerous time in world history, and the West is on the precipice of the abyss. This is going to be entire civilizations going at it with 21st century technology and nuclear weapons. Do you want to be driven screaming, falling hundreds of feet to your death, to be dashed to pieces on rocks, going over the cliffs, or just shot and massacred at the tops of them when we get defeated in this coming catastrophic defeat? Or do you want to quietly make your escape? Having heard the whispers. Listen to the whispers and you won't have to hear the screams, guys. Sorry, listen to the whispers and you won't have to hear the screams, guys. Couldn't be more obvious where this is going.